Hello everyone. Hello, hello, hello. I'm here. It's Monday. Welcome to tonight's stream. We're going to be playing through all of Princess Peach Showtime. But before I do that, there is some shit to talk about. And it has been some shit that I had been thinking about for a while. But, like, after a few, like, kind of crummy days at work, and after, like, talking with friends, and just, like, enjoying company, I've come to the realization that the current way that I was doing streams, where I was doing all these different long-form playthroughs, that kind of format has, like, dragged on for me. Like, I love sharing video games with you guys. That's why I started streaming. It's because I want to share video games that I love. And I'm not gonna stop doing that. I'm still gonna be playing, like, a bunch of games, but it's one of those things where, like, doing that, like, doing these, like, 4 to 6 streams a week was just... Listen, I got a job too. It was fucking getting in the way of things. And I just have to be honest about that. It was fucking getting in the way of things. It was kind of like, you know... I've made a lot of friends doing this kind of shit. But at the same time, because I was constantly doing this shit, because I was on this streamer grind, like, I wasn't actually able to hang out with my friends as much. And, like, that's the big thing, is that when I think about it as, like, this streamer grind that I have been on, I think about it in terms of, well, why have I been doing it? Like, and I can't come up with a good answer for that. Why have I put myself on such an intense grind where I'm streaming, like, almost every day? Yeah, I have some fun with it, but, you know, there are nights that are better than others, and most of the time, if a night is worse than another night, it's because I don't have anything to fucking talk about, because I stream too much to have things to talk about every day. You know? And it's just... I'm gonna be turning, like, 24, like, in a week and a half. And, like, I don't know, nobody goes around and brags, like, hey guys, guess who just turned 24? But at the same time, like, when you reach that kind of age, you just start thinking, like, what the fuck am I doing? You know? It's kind of the time where I'm seeing it as, like, I need to, like, reprioritize things in my life. Especially because, you know, I would like to move in with Jem at some point. And, you know, when it comes down to that, when that happens, will I really want to be streaming that many days a week when I could be spending nights with them? And, like, the answer is no. And that's nothing personal to anybody who watches my shit. It's just, like, there are things more important in life, you know? And, again, this is not me, like, stopping streaming. But, the format is going to change. You will not be seeing, like, a lot of those, like, longer form playthroughs. They might still happen every now and then. And I feel a little bad, because I was gonna do Yakuza 7, but now that's likely never gonna be streamed. But, I think it's fine. My thing is, I really do enjoy the one-off streams the most. Those streams where I just spend, like, an ass-long amount of time beating one game, those are the streams that I have the most fun with. But also, realistically, those would not be the kinds of streams I could do every day anyways. So, like, you're probably gonna get, like, 2 streams a week. And, like, one of them is going to be those big one-offs that I like to do. And another's gonna be, like, a variety segment. You know, a good old variety hour where we just play whatever the fuck. Or sometimes we might have 2 one-offs, sometimes we might have 2 variety hours. We'll see how it goes. But yeah, that's my shit. I've been doing streaming on and off for like 10 plus years. I've been in the game longer than some of the biggest people on this platform. Think about how fucked up that is. I've been doing streaming. I'm only like 23 years old. I've been doing streaming longer than most of the famous streamers have been. Alright, you get like Germa has a 1-up on me, but there ain't a whole lot of Germas in the game, is all I'm saying. But I still do plan to stream, like, at least twice a week. It could be, like, you know, it could be, like, once a week, it could be thrice a week. It depends on how I'm feeling, it depends on when I have off from work, you know. It's gonna be different, but it's gonna be good. And that's what I gotta say. I will still be finishing Pokemon Black 2 and Street Fighter 6. I have no plans of just canceling those streams, especially when, like, both are, like, relatively close. I mean, like, Street Fighter 6, I'm maybe, like, halfway through that, but, like, Pokemon Black 2, I have, like, 2 gym badges left. We're almost fucking done with that game. But yeah. It's gonna be different, but it's gonna be good. Also, hell yeah, Soul with the 10 stream streak. Fuck yes. Maybe our strongest warrior. Been learning yourself recently that in-person relationships are vital and it's important to put in the work to maintain those, so while you were never a streamer, you sort of get what I'm going through. It's like, streaming definitely has given me, like, a lot of relationships and friendships that I would have never had otherwise, but also because I exist in my own fucking bubble for so long, it's hard to, like, cultivate those friendships as much as I'd like to. You know, there are some streamers that I would love to talk with more and collaborate with more, but I've been focusing too much on my own shit to even do that, you know? Hopefully this does mean you will see me on other channels more. You know, again, I don't plan to go dark from Twitch.tv. I'm not retiring. Do not put in the newspapers that I'm retiring. But it's probably, like, I would say, like, twice a week is probably going to be the average, but those streams are going to be beefy. I do plan to make those 2 streams a week beefy as fuck, because I think that's the most fun way to do it. We promise we won't call it a comeback. I've been here for years! Also, I'm experimenting with a name for these long streams. I am calling this one the Princess Peach Showtime Gauntlet. I don't know if calling these kinds of, like, big one-off streams gauntlets is actually a good name or not. You guys can tell me if the name is good or if it sucks, and I won't even be offended. It was just like, I'll just put it on there. I'll just slap it on there. And if it sticks, it sticks. If it doesn't stick, oh well. I didn't throw shit at the wall. I kind of just threw, like, a ball, and it bounced back at me. And it's up to me whether or not I want to keep bouncing the ball. But yeah, that's my shit. It'd be one thing, like, I would probably be fine continuing to stream at the pace I was if streaming was, like, full-time for me, but it's not. And, like, listen, even if I got 1 billion, quadrillion followers overnight, I would probably still want to just have a regular job. Just because, like, the idea, like, again, like, having it described as, like, the streamer grind really put things into perspective, because it's like, man, that shit fucking sucks. Doing, like, all the sponsorship bullshit, and, like, climbing the social ladder, collaborating with people that you might not otherwise give a fuck about, you know. Like, I don't want to make connections with people just to have them be, like, my coworker in streaming. That sounds, like, terrible to me. That sounds like ass. I gotta be real. I'm not built for the full-time streaming. I'm really not. Streaming networking sounds like hell. It really does. Dude. If I get too many streamer connections, like, one of them might get, like, turbo canceled, and I might have to make a statement that was like, listen, I know I appeared on this guy's, like, part 21 Minecraft Let's Play in 2023, but I do not support his decision to kill people. Because like, honestly, that's what happens when you just, like, stream with people for the sake of being like, guys, look who I just collabed with. Like, that's like, ugh. Yeah. I would never want to stream with someone if I didn't, like, feel, like, an actual connection with them. And, like, I'm not gonna call out any streamers, but I've definitely watched some streams where I see, like, a streamer collaborate with another streamer, and I'm like, these dudes have no chemistry. These dudes are collaborating with each other because, like, they know they would get their viewers interested. Because they happen to have some overlap in a fan base. And that, like... Dude, if I want to stream with someone, it's because we're friends. I want to stream with someone because we'd naturally have, like, some kind of connection. Like, fuck. Yeah. I do want to talk about, since we're going to be doing this kind of thing, I will still be putting out schedules. Obviously, the schedules are going to be a little blank. You know, you're going to see a lot of offlines, but that's okay. That's okay. It's still just enough information to get you excited about what's coming up. And since I'm doing it less, honestly, that means I could more reasonably be more consistent with it. You know, you probably won't see as many cancellations or delays. Maybe, like, variety hour stuff you could see, like, get delayed. But, other than that, like, if I'm doing a one-off stream, that's probably gonna stick. If I'm doing, like, a big event stream, that's gonna stick. It's really just, like, variety stuff you could maybe expect to be canceled or delayed. Also, I might still be interested in some midnight streams every now and then, which is why I'm saying I could stream up to, like, thrice a week, but I'm not making any promises. It might just be, like, I don't know, I might get bored one night, and I'm like, why not stream, like, a few Balatro runs or something like that? Or, like, oh, a Splatfest is going on, let me stream a little bit of the Splatfest late at night. But, upcoming stuff, I mean, next week is gonna be big. Obviously, we have the April Fool's YouTube movie night on April 1st. It's gonna be fun. You guys still have time to submit videos, but, you know, time is running out. You're gonna want to get those videos in soon, because Eve is going to be, like, polishing up and finishing the playlist at some point. So, if you have any YouTube videos you think are funny and fit the criteria for that stream, get it in there. Get it in there. Also, I came up with my idea for my birthday stream this year, and it's fucking hilarious. There is a very, very old Tumblr post that I think is quite funny, made by Tumblr user Steven Stoned, that was just, like, a shit ton of Pokemon games on a table in, like, consoles and stuff, that just said, like, I'm playing 13 Pokemon. And my idea, this absolute, like, dumb-ass, like, stream idea, is that at the same time, I will be playing through every single one of the games that's featured in that image, including Pokemon Silver taped to a PSP. That's just gonna be in the corner. And if anybody asks about it, that's our 13th Pokemon. Also, there's only 12 games in this image, which makes that post even funnier. But I will be having friends on board, partially to help co-pilot the game. Because here's the thing. Playing a lot of Pokemon at once is very hard. Things are going to get extremely desynced, especially since games are in different regions. You know, games have slightly different, like, menu controls. You know, things are going to get fucked up. But I think it's going to be funny. I think it's going to be fun. And honestly, mostly what I'm going to need friends on board with is to make sure that if I put like, I don't know, like, say, like, Pokemon Ruby over here accidentally goes to the PC, it is my friend's mission to yell at me to make sure that Pokemon Ruby doesn't accidentally, like, release a bunch of really good Pokemon. And, like, it's not gonna be finished in one night, but my genuine goal with doing this is that I want to be able to get to the end credits of all of these games. That does mean no post-game for the most part, but I want to be able to beat these games. 88 gym badges to get. It's gonna be crazy. It's gonna be crazy. But that is my plan for my birthday stream this year. Now here's the real shit that you came for. Here's the real shit. I've been holding off on this for a while. That's true also. I'm turning 88 years old. That's right, baby. I have Pokemon cards. I have a lot of Pokemon cards. I've been saving these for too long. I just bought myself a new binder. So I'm like, it's time. It's time. Let's open a bunch of packs while we also just talk. Or talk more. You know, talk more casually. I've had some of these card packs for like a good, like, month or so. Also, I didn't buy all of these at once. Before, like, anybody gets worried, I did not buy all these Pokemon cards at once. This was a result of buying cards over, like, a month or two. But I have Scarlet and Violet, I have Paldea Evolved, I have Paradox Rift, and I even have the new Temporal Forces. Which is dope. I was so happy when they got new card packs in, because I was like, yo, wait. This could go crazy. Took you a while to figure out why I bought a binder. Love the Morshu sweater, thank you. I believe this was Master Gur's merchandise, I want to say. Jen bought this for me. I know it was one of the Radio TV Solutions persons. I want to say it was Master Gur. It seems more in line for him, because the only other person I could think of was maybe Valp, but for some reason, Valp doesn't strike me as the kind of guy who would design a Morshu sweater. I could be wrong, though. You know, that might be a parasocial assumption. But that's just how I feel. I don't know, I could be wrong, though. I could be wrong. Let's see, we got Mankey. We got Squawkabilly. Gotta put them closer to the edge of my desk. We got Alomomola. We got Capska Kid. The EXP share. Toad's Cruel. Cyclizar. Holographic Lechonk. Holographic Squovit. Yo! Holographic Meowscarada for me, baby. Psychic Energy. My Awesome Cat. I will say also, it is definitely, like, I said it a little bit in the Discord server. Having, like, Pokemon Black 2 be one of the last, like, playthroughs I do of this kind of era of the stream is very fitting, because a lot of those playthroughs that I've done over the year, and I feel like this is partially responsible for why so many of them have been, like, Nintendo and such, is that a lot of the playthroughs that I've done over the years are, like, stuff that I grew up with. And Pokemon Black 2 really feels like the last Pokemon game that came out when I was a kid. Like, yeah, when Pokemon X and Y came out, I was, like, 13, and you could count that as a kid, but, like, I don't know, I separate my teen years from my childhood a little bit. You know, I wouldn't consider, like, being in high school being, like, this time where I was, like, full of whimsy and wonder. I was a fucking cynic. I was a fucking cynical teenager. Alright? I had, like, barely any damn joy in my life. Teens aren't really the primary demographic for Pokemon? Yeah. And, like, I still enjoyed Pokemon, but, like, I think there's a reason that, like, the 3DS games are the ones that I have the least attachment with. Like, I mean, I love the story of Sun and Moon, but replaying Sun and Moon is so fucking hard to do. And, like, X and Y and Oraz are, like, Also, you can see, like, Rika's little hair there. She's in the way a little bit. You can see her, though. You can see my funny, my silly, my cute. Really difficult to separate a game from the context you played it in for better and worse. Very true. Very true. You know what? While I got the camera on, I can also show this Kobeni that I got when I was with Jen. Oh no! She fell out of her thing! Oh. This figure is, like, a little fucked up to me because it's, like, almost... It's, like, a diet Nendoroid. It even came with, like, a little bit of, like, accessories. Like, you could take off the limbs and stuff to, like, replace it with other limbs and shit. Oh! I should have never moved this figure. Should have never moved her. I wish I couldn't tell a damn jokes. I'll figure her out later. I'll fucking figure her out later. We got Nimona. We got Lechonk. We got Flabibi. I know it's Flabebe. Oh, we got Growlithe. We got Cacturn. We got Mesagoza. We've got Heracross. We've got another holographic Lechonk. A third holographic Lechonk. Dude, I'm gonna have a fucking plethora of holographic Lechonks. And a holographic Cyclozar. This bitch. This dude. Fighting energy. Join Lechonk army. Dude, I can't wait for my binder to come in, so, like, all the cards that are just on my desk over here, I could finally put in another thing, because the binder I have right now is, like, filled. I got, like, no more space. Dude, this is kind of badass. Let's go. I do think it's funny with the Poke Marathon. It is one of those things where I really should have listened to a YouTuber that I watch, Clement. He used to do a lot of Sonic Let's Plays and, like, Mega Man and stuff. And when he finished his Sonic Marathon stream, he was like, or Marathon stream, like, Marathon of Let's Plays, he was like, don't ever do this. You have no idea how many years of your life you have to dedicate to this kind of shit, and well, 6 years later, I still haven't beat every mainline Pokemon game, so he was spitting. He was fucking right, I didn't listen to him, because I was like 18. I didn't understand. I apologize, Clement. I wasn't really familiar with your game. Got Toadstool. Got Sandile. Got Houndoom. We got Fido. We got Fortress. We got Rocky Helmet. Dude, this is a scary-ass Mabostiff. Are you guys seeing this shit? It's like, the camera's not focusing on it, but like, maybe that makes it scarier, even. I don't know, this Mabostiff card is fucked up. I mean, when I fucking get you. We got Holographic Bisharp. Holographic Palpad. Holographic Dondozo. Donbozo. Psychic Energy. Respect him for sticking with LPs for so long. He was definitely like one of the like, he was definitely like an old head in the LP scene. He's been doing that shit since like the late 2000s. Into like, when did he stop? Like, I don't know. It's been like, probably wasn't that long ago, honestly. It's into the 2020s. Was he on Something Awful? I don't know. Man, maybe the term old head probably would more better describe the people who were on Something Awful, rather than, like, the early YouTube Let's Players. Although, I don't know, when was the first Let's Play? Did, like, the first Let's Play come out when YouTube was, like, becoming a thing? Or, like, does Let's Play, like, predate YouTube by quite a bit? I need to learn my history. I need to learn my her story. Knackle, Fuecoco, Watchroll. This was Paldea Evolved, by the way. This is Paldea Evolved. Tinkatank. Grusha. Dude, Grusha's so cool. Honestly, it's been enough time. I'm not afraid to say it. Grusha's design is cool. Yeah, that was around when YouTube started. So, reasonably, Let's Plays could exist at the apex of YouTube coming out. But I do think the origins are probably traced to Something Awful. I think, like, Something Awful would be the first one. Also, hi, Base. Welcome. Got Primeape. We got Miss Magius. On a high-res version of the Mabostiff card. That's, like, scary as fuck. Why did they do that? It's a fucking scary-ass Mabostiff card. We got the holographic Rookidee. Holographic Tadbulb. Holographic Hydreigon. Basic Fire Energy. The Hydreigon is pretty dope. Hydreigon is sick. We love that guy. Alright, this is my last Paldea Evolved. Next, we're gonna be doing the Paradox of Rift. Definitely, like, I think part of it is, like, also that my style of, like, doing these stream playthroughs was, like, very much inspired by the old Let's Players of the day, more so than, like, more contemporary streamers. And I'm definitely, like, moving more towards being inspired by those more contemporary streamers. Not because I begrudge the old way of the Let's Play, but because, listen, I've been doing, like, this kind of shit for years. Dude, I could become a VTuber, honestly. I don't know, like, Picaspri became a PNG tuber recently. So, like, I don't know. It could happen. It wouldn't even be that weird, even. Dude, Murkrow! Murkrow! I love that guy. Mischievous. We got Sneasel. We've got, like, all of Johto's best hits. Dude, live 2D Morgbeast would kind of go crazy. Got Gothita. Got Luminous Energy. Got Bombardier. We got Flamigo. We got Jumpluff. Holographic Jumpluff. Bravery Charm holographic. Holographic Pawmot. Basic Steel Energy. That is true. Man, like, commissioning, like, a VTuber design is, like, so expensive, though. It's definitely one of those things where at this point, though, I have played, like, most of my favorite games of all time on stream that, like, we could just start putting more shit on screen and I wouldn't be mad. Honestly. I used to, that's why, like, if you go back to my, like, earliest streams, I don't even have chat on screen, because I was, like, so averse to the idea of, like, anything blocking the view of my stream, which is very funny when you see some of the layouts of those old streams. Like, go back and watch, like, the Mario Maker 2, like, streams where I had, like, my old shitty glitchy capture card, where I literally just, like, moved my webcam to be, like, pointing at the TV. And I had, like, a fake, like, unregistered hypercam, like, annotation in the corner. And I was, like, worried about, like, fucking, like, oh, what if the chat's gonna get in the way of the game? What the fuck was wrong with me? I don't know. Got Paradox Rift now. Unregistered hypercam is quite funny, to be fair. That was not me shitting on the bit, it was me just being like, what were my double standards? Why did I have, like, double standards like that? If it was so good, where's Unregistered Hypercam 3? I mean, hey, Team Fortress 2 is so good, and that shit's been going on for, like, 17 years without a Team Fortress 3. Sometimes you make something so good that you never even need a sequel. If a sequel is so good that the sequel itself doesn't need a sequel, I think that says something. Feebas, Apom, Pansage, Mantike, Ampipom, the Snorlax doll. Dude, Tinkaton? This guy's awesome. Got a holographic Mouse Suite. Thinking about Postal 3 and how people hated it so much they went back to making Postal 2 DLC. That's really funny. I don't know, like, anything about the Postal games other than that they're like, I don't know, they're like, what if a video game could swear? Holographic Liepard, by the way, and holographic Latios. Postal is, like, one of those things that I pretty much only know exists in terms of, like, it is something that is meant to be offensive, which in a way kind of makes it less offensive to me. Like, not that I don't think it's stupid and dumb or whatever, but just, like, there's a certain point where something is trying so hard to, like, be offensive that, like, it kind of just rolls around to just being, like, white noise. It just goes around to being, like, boring to me. Like, I don't know, when a show that, like, is generally well-respected, like, makes, like, a joke that's like, oh, lol, woman has a penis, that's weird, why would that happen? That hurts, you know? That hurts a little bit. When, like, a South Park does it, it's like, yeah, that's, like, the only joke they have. It's South Park. The joke of South Park is that they're trying to be as offensive as possible. So it just, like, it rolls around from, like, being, like, offensive to just being, like, inoffensively, like, boring. Like, it's just so ideologically bland that I have nothing I can say about it, except I think it's boring. Gligar. Blipbug. Fuecoco. Aw, this Snorunt card is so cute. That's so sweet. He's sleeping. Man, things would be a lot different if the only joke of Cartman was that he was rude. Got Gliscor. Got the Future Booster Energy. We got Simisage. Holographic Knackle. Holographic Honedge. Holographic Xatu. Dark Energy. One thing I will say also that's, like, going to be a nice change in my life is that going forward, for, like, the first time since, like, 2016 when I started Super Cool Gaming, I can finally just play a video game without immediately thinking, oh, fuck, how am I gonna turn this into content? Because, like, I would be, like, waiting to play games so I could do Let's Plays of them. I would be waiting to play games so I could do streams of them. Now, if I want to play a fucking game, I can just do it. And there might still be games that I save for streams, but given they're not going to be these longer form playthroughs anymore, it's going to have to be, like, something I could beat in a night to be saved. Like, I can finally just, like, relax on that kind of shit. I haven't been able to do that literally since 2016. Literally since then, it's been, like, a beast on my shoulders saying, like, yo, but you could be doing a Let's Play of this. Yeah, that is true. Not a lot of other companies are making, like, those smaller scale games. It is still gonna be a lot of Nintendo, just because coincidentally, they're, like, the only company that's comfortable, releasing, like, 6-hour games. But it'll be nice to get to catch up on stuff, you know, I'll finally be able to sit down and play, like, God of War for myself, instead of thinking, like, ooh, but I should really turn that into a stream. Releasing 6-hour games for 60 bucks. Listen, you're right, but at the same time, it's kind of based. I hate to say it, I would rather pay $60 for a 6-hour game that I would want to play over and over again than pay $60 for a 10-hour game that I'm never gonna think about ever again. Like, oh, I got 4 more hours out of it. Yeah, but the 6-hour game that I'm playing multiple times over, you get 6 hours, 12 hours, 18 hours, 24, 30. That's from 5 playthroughs. Meanwhile, the 10-hour game I'm never gonna play again. 10-hour games are still short to some people. That's like, yeah, like, those people are insane to me. If you've ever played, like, a 10-hour video game and you're like, this game is too short, you're fucking deranged. Like, go play, like, I don't know, like, fucking Super Duper Suckers Simulator with the 200-hour campaign. And leave me out of it. Now, I will say that while I do like, in concept, I like the idea of the 6-hour game that is replayable more than the 10-hour game. Sometimes Nintendo charges 60 bucks for a video game that is short, but is also not very replayable because the game kind of sucks. Like, let me not, like, rub them off too much. Sometimes Nintendo releases a short game for 60 bucks that is also, like, straight ass. Like, Super Mario Odyssey is a short game. You could beat that game in, like, 5-6 hours if you're just going for, like, the goal. But that's, like, a fantastic game. That's, like, a video game that you could replay over and over again. It's a video game that has, like, a lot of completion stuff that you could do. That's maybe not always the most fun, but, like, it's a game that can balloon from, like, a 5-hour game to a game that you just accidentally spent, like, 100 hours in. That's the good shit. That's the good shit. The bad shit is when they release something like Yoshi's Crafted World, and it's like, it's cute, it's nice, but it's also really boring. I haven't thought about replaying Yoshi's Crafted World basically ever. Since I did that stream of it in 2019 where I was like, you know what, this game's pretty cute. That's the last time I thought about that game. That is not a game you should pay $60 for. Yoshi's Crappy World. True! True. By the way, Spinda. We got Tinkatink. Candymouse. We got Dwebble. We got Simisage. We got Norman. We got Crobat. Holographic Purloin. Dude! Full art Garganackle. The full art Garganachi, he goes crazy. Holographic Palkia. Steel Energy. The Garganackle does go crazy. I love, like, getting full art cards always feels so good. I still can't believe we got the full art Rika. That was maybe the greatest moment in Pokemon card history, is me opening up the full art Rika card. Alright, this is the last Paradox Rift, and then we're getting into the new shit. We're getting into the Temporal Forces. But yeah, that's my thing. If you're gonna release a short game for $60, it has to be a banger. Alright? It's gotta be a Bayonetta 2, not a Bayonetta 3. Although Bayonetta 3, it still fucks me up that that game took me like 14 hours to beat. That's actually way longer than I thought it was, and that game is like straight, like... It's like way worse than Bayonetta 2 in every way, especially in, you know exactly what. That damn story. That damn story. Honedge. Horsey. Joltik. Natu. Blindside. Iron Bundle, let's go. I've opened so many Paradox Rift packs tonight. That's the first one that's actually a Paradox Mon. Techno Radar. Holographic Nimble. Holographic Miltank. This has to be like the 4th fucking holographic Palkia I own. Fire. Never considered the first 2 Bayonetta games to have great stories or anything, but at least they didn't seem like they were trying to spite me. Like, I don't think that Bayonetta 1 or 2's stories are, like, particularly great or anything, but, like... Bayonetta 3 is, like, so fucking baffling towards the end that it's, like, it's such a noticeable dip. Like, the rest of the story feels like usual Bayonetta shenanigans. Maybe you know, I'm not huge on how they do, like, a multiverse story. I think Bayonetta 3 is, like, one of the more boring executions of a multiverse story you could do. It's like, oh, welcome to Egypt world. You can meet Egyptian Bayonetta here. Hey, welcome to London world. In this world, Bayonetta is British? What? And that's, like, as far as they go. It might as well just be, like, a world tour where you're meeting, like, Bayonetta doppelgangers. Because, like, they barely do anything with the multiverse. there's like a point in the story when like Bayonetta from 1 and 2 like also appear and they're part of the story now, but also like it's like so like bizarrely handled that I don't even remember when they like show up. Maybe it's still like it's still so dumb. We got Ponyta, Chatot, Cottony. Dude, I have something to fucking say about Cottony. Dude, I was doing, in Pokemon Go, I was doing, like, the collector thing. They have these, like, collectors events that they do where they're like, oh, catch a bunch of these Pokemon that are common in the wild right now. And, like, for springtime, I was like, fuck it, I'm gonna try for it. The last Pokemon I had was, like, a fucking, like, event Whimsicott. And I was like, fuck, I gotta catch all these Cottonies. And it, like, took me fucking forever. And I finally got, like, the last, like, Cottony I needed to evolve it into Whimsicott. And I was excited to get my reward. And you know what my fucking reward was? Aside from EXP, which, you know, I like EXP in Pokemon Go, to be fair. But you know what the fucking reward for doing all that shit was? Another event Cottony. I rain hellfire upon this beast. I rain hellfire upon this beast. So dumb. Apparently that's what, like, all the collectors' things are like, but that doesn't mean I can't be mad about it. Alright, just because you're late to the party doesn't mean you can't be the life of it. Carvana? Zeraora? Dude, Iron Valiant? Let's fucking go. This dude's so sick. Iron Valiant really is, like, one of the cooler Paradox Mons. There's really no other, like, Paradox Mon that kind of, like, combines two separate Pokemon. And, like, yeah, they're two separate Pokemon of the same family, but, like, that's sick as fuck. I don't know why they didn't do more of that, honestly. I mean, they got a good variety with the Paradox Mons, but, you know, it would have been cool. Would have been cool. Sharpedo. Holographic Metagross. Holographic Medicham. Dude! Holographic Koraidon. Let's fucking go. Electric Energy. I gotta finish opening these cards so we can start with Peach. I've been just chatting for like almost an hour now. I didn't anticipate for doing it that long. I had a lot to say, and I still had more to say once we were done. I'll try and go through these ones a little faster. We got Mightyena. We got Duosion. We got Haunter. Never heard of this guy. Dude, Eri! Let's go! Dude, she's awesome. Got Colossal. We got the boxed order. Holographic Skitty. Full art Mudsdale? Wait, that's dope. Dude, full art Mudsdale. My horse. And we got a holographic Iron Val, which is pretty sick. Grass. Glass. Alright, 2 more packs and then the underground goes free. 7 days since I've been born. Honestly, after this, I'm gonna actually take a BRB so I can use the bathroom. And then we will start the Princess Peach Showtime Gauntlet. Again, let me know if you guys think that's a good name for these, like, ass-long one-off streams, or if you think the name sucks. I'm looking for honest opinions. If you think it sucks, you should be honest about it. And if you think it's good, you should also be honest about it. Grubbin, Metacham, Tranquil, Mr. Mime, Delmise, Electivire, Chinchino. Dude, holographic Koraidon, or not Koraidon, Miraidon. Let's go. Dude, it shines like crazy. And then immediately followed up by holographic Hand Trimmer. And then I got a second holographic Iron Valve. Fight. Train and fight. Wario Mail. I think it's a good name. Gonna head out during the BRB. Glad it seems I'm doing well. Thank you. Admittedly, I did have a couple rough days at work. But when I came home, I was surrounded by good company. So I was able to, recover from the fucking nightmare that was. I don't want to go into too much detail about that shit, but there was, man, I had to deal with a customer so toxic that I actually at some point just started hiding in the back room until that customer left. That tells you how fucking bad it was. I would never abandon my post for fucking anything. This woman actually, made me have to, hide in the back, because I was like, I cannot do this. It was bad. It was bad, but my coworkers were, extremely understanding about it, which, I think partially, spurred me to say, man, should I be, a little less distant with my coworkers? You know, they seem to care about me quite a bit. It's one of those things. Last pack. I got asked about something over the phone, sorry. I'm gonna have to answer that after I finish this. Another Grubbin, Frostmoth, Noctowl, another Zeraora, another Sharpedo, another Metagross, holographic Shaman, holographic Grottle. Dude! Torterra EX. He's coming out of the card frame. He's so badass. Fire! Alright. Alright. Maybe respond to this text real quick. Alright. Well, those are my cards that I had been saving over, a month and a half. Is there anything else I have to mention? Oh, again, I will still be, honestly, this is gonna, fuck. The new shit is gonna make it easier, for me to plan out bigger streams as well. And, bigger projects and such. I actually did get a little bit of work done on the Morgue game, God game expansion today. Not much, not a crazy amount, but it's better than zero. It's better than zero. But yeah, I don't know when that will get finished, because I want it, I want a lot more work done. But we'll see. Codename Stream is still happening this year. I think in terms of other bigger projects, I do have to consider what I want to do for a charity stream this year. I'm assuming the Duradash is still happening, and if that's the case, I'll probably be involved with that. It's nice for those charity streams to kind of have an idea of what I'm, trying to, raise money towards to begin with. Because I gotta be real, A lot of the admin stuff in doing those charity streams was, like, stressful as fuck when I was also the one streaming. Drawing for Gaza was nice because I was able to do that, like, pretty much entirely in the background. I was, like, not on those streams at all. And honestly, a lot of other people took on, like, a big chunk of the admin work, but I got things off the ground, I helped out, and that was nice. That's kind of what I would like to do with that kind of thing, is, like, not have to worry about, like, the admin stuff as much. So that might mean you might see me on other people's charity streams more. That probably means, like, the charity streams that'll appear on my channel, there's probably gonna be, like, people behind the scenes on those, getting, like, most of the admin shit out of the way, so I don't have to worry about that. Because, like, I love doing things for charity. Doing things for charity on a fucking platform like Twitch.tv is stressful, man. It is. And, like, I've done it for years because I like doing it. But it's stressful. It's stressful. Anybody who's ever done something like that will know. You'll fucking know the anxiety of going into, like, a charity stream and being like, what if 0 people even donate, and I put all this fucking hard work and effort into nothing? And then it never ends up that way, but you still have that fear in the back of your mind. But you'll still get a charity stream this year. You'll still get, like, a New Year's Eve stream. Draft League will happen. A second Draft League is going to happen this year. It's going to be the MFL Ubers Draft League. The current tentative time for it is, like, around June. But that could change, depending on, I don't know. If, like, my folks are planning another vacation, I might ask, like, hey, can we, like, delay it a little bit? Can we, not the vacation, the fucking Draft League. I'll probably be like, hey, can we delay this a little bit? But that's gonna happen this year. Charity stream's gonna happen this year. New Year's stream, Codename stream. That's like 4 big streams in the pipeline, you know? And, like, the April Fool's movie night is soon. We're gonna be playing through 13 Pokemon at once. It's a new era. It's a new era. Like, when I was talking with Sienna last night, she was like, yeah, a lot of streamers go through the phase where they just become event streamers, and it be how it be. But we got good shit in the pipeline. And I feel better about being able to work on that good shit, now that I'll have more time to do it, while also having more time to, like, hang out with people, be around friends, family. It'll be nice. It'll be nice. Anything else I should mention? Oh, yeah, I think that pizza and having a good time with your boys should be illegal, and that only moms should get to play video games. Okay, that's everything. That's everything now. Reported? You hate me for speaking the truth. You hate me for being the most honest Twitch streamer on the web. Yeah. I'm gonna take a BRB. I'm gonna use the bathroom. And when we come back, we will be starting the Princess Peach Showtime Gauntlet. I will see you all in a bit.